Jake Paul in his third boxing match, taking on former MMA champ Ben Askren, and can't wait to invite them out here on the stage. With no further ado, Jake and Ben, come on up. How are you?
Doing good, doing good. Thank you everybody for coming out. Thank you guys.
Hi Ben.
How you doing?
Well, you guys have set the table for this pretty well with that video and with what you've been doing beforehand. And Jake, I'll start with you. You've kind of indicated that at the end of the day, your boxing skills you feel are better, and that ultimately that's the difference.
No, 100%. I mean, this guy's striking is that of a grandma. Quite literally, if I put a grandma in against Jorge Masvidal, she would have lasted longer than this guy. You know, he's a good athlete, they say, but April 17th, he's gonna get exposed. You know, we saw Steve Cunningham earlier, going up against Frank Mir, and it's a boxer versus an MMA guy. I love Frank Mir, but at the end of the day, Steve's gonna take care of business, and then later on in the night, same thing's gonna happen. This is boxing versus MMA, and you're gonna see the difference. You're gonna see the difference of a wannabe fighter, you know, a guy who choked in the Olympics, a guy who choked in the UFC, now a guy who's gonna choke against Jake Paul. I'm gonna end this guy's career as an embarrassment. Masvidal did it once, I'm about to do it again.
I heard of Jake Paul prior to accepting this fight, but I couldn't have told you a lot about him or his brother. I knew, you know, he kind of came up in his brother's shadow. He was trying to follow his brother's footsteps. You know, his brother's a lot more talented and larger following. Those type of things.
You literally went on your Instagram and asked people for roast. You asked people for roast on your Instagram, and that was the top comment, was say that his brother's better than him.
Is he?
That's like calling Kylie Jenner Kendall Jenner. Like,
I don't know anything about them.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
that doesn't matter. Still a compliment. I would love to be Logan. Logan's a great kid. Both stars, both taking over the world at a young age.
okay, so when Logan's little brother called me out, you know, I thought about it.
You actually called me out. Let's get the facts straight. You called me out the week of the Nate Robinson fight. So continue.
Okay, so when Logan's little brother called me out the week of the Nate Robinson fight, I said, sure, more than happy to, right? I like to fight. I've been fighting for a long time. Never boxing, but I've done wrestling, mixed martial arts, jiu-jitsu. And you know, I thought, well, from his angle, what's he doing? And you know, I asked some of my kids in my academy, well, what's this guy all about? And they said he's a bully, he's a dick. And so I think from his angle, it was like, he's thinking, who's the easiest guy that I can pick that'll give some validity to my name? It's like, I'm gonna pick the guy who just had a surgery, who's a
If I wanted to pick the easiest guy, I would have picked Dylan Dennis.
Well, we don't.
Dylan Dennis here to sign the contract. You actually had the balls to sign the contract. So if I wanted the easiest guy, I would have picked Dylan.
Jake, you did pick Dylan. We know that. I've already went over that. You picked Dylan. I know he wouldn't do
But
it.
you just said I picked you.
Because Dylan wants to say yes, dum-dum.
You choking on your words, Bubba?
You picked
choking on
Dylan.
your words, Bubba?
You picked Dylan. Dylan wants to sign the contract. Therefore, you can't fight Dylan, so you have to pick the next person. Okay?
But
Now,
you said I
let me
picked you
continue.
first. You said if I wanted the easiest person, it would have been Dylan. But you're saying I picked you as the
Because
easiest person.
Dylan wants to sign a contract. I'm trying to stop talking. Okay. So anyways, like, this is typical bully behavior, but obviously sometimes
This is the
bully
fucking
picks
fight
one
game.
person.
This is the fucking fight game. You pussy ass bitch. This is the fucking fight game. Yeah, I'll bully you around just like I'm gonna bully you in the ring. Shut the fuck up. You sound like a middle schooler. Oh, he's bullying me. Shut the fuck up.
I was talking to your mentality. You're not gonna bully me. That's not gonna happen. And you know, like, Jacob, you and I ran into each other in the back alley in Las Vegas, and I wanted
Do
to
it right now.
outside.
Do it right now then. We're running into each other right now.
Someone stopped you, got like 27 people.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, okay.
Big man. Look, we all have a lot to prove to the world, and I'm 24 years old. This is the biggest stage of my life. You know, last event was the 8th biggest pay-per-view event in history. This one's gonna be even bigger. Justin Bieber, Snoop Dogg, Doja Cat. Are you kidding me? And you think for one moment I'm gonna sit there and fumble this? You think for one moment I'm not gonna work my bloody balls off to beat this bum? this Walmart looking head-ass Napoleon Dynamite motherfucker? No. You gotta be kidding me. So, yeah, I'm excited for this, and I have a chip on my shoulder, and I'm gonna prove to the world April 17th. TrillerFightClub.com. Buy it now. But I'm gonna prove to the world that Jake Paul's the real deal, and that's why I called out Conor McGregor initially. This is the road to McGregor at the end of the day.
It's hard to say. His opponents were so bad that he could have pretty much done anything he wanted to and won the fight. So, yeah, I think TBD.
Great question. Definitely a boxing lifer. I'm addicted to this sport, and I will become the biggest prize fighter in boxing. Simple as that. And yeah, thank you for the compliment. Have a ton of power. I didn't really even get to utilize it against Nate. He went down, and I only landed 8 punches, and he was knocked down 3 times. Hey, it's your dad calling in.
Stuff that's made it successful.
It's your dad calling in. Look,
You still alive?
he's still alive, bro. I'm about to take him out. Hey, he's still alive. Don't worry, I'm gonna finish him off. Yeah, don't worry.
Tell him I like them flip-flops, man.
He said he likes your flip-flops. That's my guy Masvidal, maker of Ben Askren. Jake Paul will be the finisher of Ben Askren. Does that bother you, by the way, that you got knocked out in 5 seconds?
It happens.
Doesn't bother you?
Not really.
It doesn't really happen, by the way. That's only happened once.
Got a record.
You literally have the record, yeah?
I literally have the record,
You
yeah.
hold the record.
The record.
Yeah. 5 seconds.
Yeah.
It doesn't like haunt you at all that like you're probably the most embarrassing fighter in UFC history.
Jake, I know you have low self-esteem, but you don't need to project it onto me.
So this clip doesn't bother you?
I've only seen it like a million times. Doesn't bother me.
Bother you?
No.
Are you sure?
Sure.
What do you think came to you?
Yeah, I don't think you're allowed to throw knees in boxing, Jake.
Well, I'm gonna knock you out. It's the same thing.
Okay. Yeah, it's interesting. Like I said earlier, I knew of Jake and Logan when I took the fight, but I didn't know like a whole lot about Logan or his little brother. And you know, one of the things that I can't believe is in MMA, I was kind of the heel. I was kind of not liked that much. But you know, Jake said in the pre-fight thing that it was 50 people wanted to win, 50 people wanted to lose, and I was shocked because it's got to be like 90-10. Pretty amazing how many people don't like you. I actually kind of find it pretty impressive, your ability to be disliked. That was a compliment.
At this point, bigger than the JJ fight, is there any interest in still fighting KSI, or have you outgrown him and you're just over that?
Yeah, definitely outgrown him. There's interest. I think that's a fight that everyone wants to see, but at this point, it just wouldn't even be close. And I think, you know, once he sees what I do to Ben, yeah, he's not gonna want to fight. And yeah, like even his coaches say it. They're like, hey, we're not letting KSI fight this kid right now. So his coaches know. His coaches know what will happen. KSI's ducking. And at the end of the day, it's like there's a lot bigger fights out there than JJ. So.